This is gonna be an interesting one. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nani, and today we're going to be going through my fall TBR. So the vibes I'm going with for the next 3 months are mainly thrillers, fantasies, and romance here and there that give me like those fall vibes. The first one I'm gonna be starting with is You Shouldn't Have Come Here by Jeneva Rose. I actually just finished it. I gave it 4 stars, really enjoyed it, and yeah, it was just a good one for this season. The next one on my list for this fall season is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. This is one that I've seen going around BookTube, bookstagram, and TikTok for a long time now. I think it's a fantasy as well, like fantasy romance. I don't know. I've just heard a lot of good things about it, so I want to add it to the fall TBR. Next up, we have The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Another one that I've seen going around TikTok, BookTube, Bookstagram, and I think this is the author that wrote, The Inheritance Games, and I haven't read that series. Don't know if I'll read it. Let me know if you read it and if it's worth reading. This is one that I've heard that if you like Criminal Minds, maybe Psych, I think it's another TV series, that if you like those shows, we're gonna enjoy this one as well. So that's why I kind of added it to my fall TBR, because I love Criminal Minds. I've rewatched it like 2 or 3 times now, all the way through, especially with the new season that came out recently. So can't wait to get through this one. Next up, we have Masters of Death by Olivia Blake. I love this book cover so much. Like just the green color it has, but also look at the insides. Like, that's beautiful. And this one, again, I don't know what it's about, but I think it has like vampire, a medium, something about death, which, I don't know, sounded interesting, so I also want to add it to this fall season. This other one is another good one that I've seen going around, and they actually said that if you liked Fourth Wing, which I loved, it was a 5-star read for me, that I was gonna also enjoy this one. So I immediately got it, ordered it, and added it to my fall TBR, and that one is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross. The next book I have is also by Olivia Blake, and it is One for My Enemy. I've heard that this is also like a modern type fantasy, so another one that I want to add to my fall TBR. Next up, we have The Fear by Natasha Preston. I actually read The Island by her like a few months ago, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I believe is YA thrillers, and I think what got me with this author is the cliffhanger she ends her books with. So I'm kind of curious if she also has all those cliffhangers with all of her books. So this one is, I think, a small town, and people just start sharing like memes about their biggest fears, but they also end up dying the same way they said they were afraid to die. So definitely an interesting one, and I can't wait to get to this one. The next 2 on my list are Holly and Billy Summers by the amazing Stephen King. I've never read a Stephen King book before, but I have heard that if I want to start reading Stephen King, Billy Summers is a good starting point. And then I also just saw this one when I was browsing through Target, and I don't know, it just seemed very interesting. And I think Holly is actually on other books that he's written and other stories. If you read any of those, please let me know in the comments if you recommend me reading those first before I go into this one, or if you read Holly, if you liked it. But yeah, these are the 2 Stephen King books I want to get to this fall. Next up is Hooked by Emily McIntire. Heard many great reviews about this one. Alexa Ray also raved about this one, so I'm really excited to get this one on my fall TBR as well. Next up, we have Love in the Time of Serial Killers by Alicia Thompson, and I think this author just released another book, which I'm excited to read if I enjoyed this one. And this one I think is about this woman that just loves true crime, and then this new neighbor comes into town and she is dead set that that neighbor is a serial killer. And it's a romance, so I'm guessing they're gonna fall in love or whatnot, so excited to add this one. We also have the Dead Romantics added to the fall TBR this year. This is one that I've had for a long time now. I just hadn't picked it up, and I thought maybe I'll get around to it this fall. Next, we have the great duology that I've heard a lot about is the Ex-Hex and the Kiss Curse by Erin Sterling. This is one that I'm going to do my best to not read until October comes around because it's about witch and love and magic, I'm guessing. So really excited to get to this too around October and Halloween time. Next on our list, we have The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. This is one I've heard a lot about once again, and I believe it's about a professor and a student fake dating, something like that. I think this is that one. So yeah, just wanted to add it to my fall TBR because it is a romance, but it also gives me fall vibes because it's, I don't know, anything like school setting, college setting, for some reason makes me enjoy them more during the fall time. So wanted to add this one as well. Next, we have a graphic novel. It is Beast Boy Loves Raven, and this one is by Garcia, and I believe the illustrator on this is Gabriel Piccolo. I have read Beast Boy and Raven, like their own stories, and I love them, so I also want to add this one to kind of finish the whole Beast Boy and Raven romance, I guess. So the next two that I have are from the Briar U series by Elle Kennedy, and those are The Play and The Dare. Again, it's just one of those books where it's college setting, it's hockey, romance, and for some reason it just gives me fall vibes. So I decided to also add them to my fall TBR. So we're gonna get into the interesting part of this video because I do have some books that are wrapped that are part of my blind TBR, and I wanted to add some more to my fall TBR so I can have, again, options because I'm such a mood reader. So we're gonna pick out 5 books for my blind TBR. I'm nervous and excited because there's a lot of different genres put in there. I believe there's some thrillers, which is great for fall. There's also romance, but that can be very tricky because what if I get like a summer type romance or a book that I'm not really looking to read right now? So I don't know, I think it's gonna be very interesting, and let's just see what happens. First one that we have is number 28, number 4, we have 19, 15, let's see which one stays in my hand. Okay, this one. Number 5, which is actually my favorite number. So here are all the books from my blind TBR that I got. Let's unwrap them. Starting with number 4. Starting with number 4, I actually have The Love Hypothesis. I don't know how this happened, but apparently I have 2 copies of this book. I honestly might do a giveaway, so follow me on my socials. Mainly on Instagram is where I most likely will do it, so yeah. We're gonna pick another one out of the blind TBR because I don't think that counts. It was very funny though. So to replace number 4, let's see. We have 12. All right, well, we got it. We got number 12 this time, and hopefully it's not one I already have. Let's see. All right, so we've got There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins. I actually was excited to get this one because it's, you know, thriller, suspense vibe, so it's perfect for fall. So I'm really excited that I actually got this one. Let me know if you read it. I think I've heard mixed reviews on this one, so let me know if it's a good one, if you liked it, or not. Next we have number 5. Let's see what we got. Okay, so this is The Sweetest Oblivion by Danielle Laurie. So this is one of those that I wasn't planning on getting to anytime soon. Maybe after the fall Christmas season would have ended, but I'm gonna add it to the TBR and see if I get to it. Number 15. This is a very light one, so I'm excited to see what it is, because it could be one of those quick reads. So we've got Twice Shy by Sarah Hogle. This one says, can you find real love when you've always got your head in the clouds? So this one, I believe, is about this girl named Mabel Parrish, and she's a hopeless romantic, and I believe she inherits a house, but she's not the only one that inherits it. So, you know, she has to get through all of that with the main male character, which is Wesley Kohler, the groundskeeper, who's as grouchy as he is. And it turns out he has a very different vision for the property's future. So it looks like it's giving me enemies to lovers vibes. So there we go. I like how this is like black and dark, and then all of a sudden it's like all the colors are starting to come through. Next we have number 19. Let's see what I got. We have Much Ado About You by Samantha Young. Don't know anything about this one. I just know it's a romance. There's books on the covers. I'm guessing she's a bookish person, or she owns a library or works at a library. There's a dog on the cover, so honestly I think that's why I got it. Yeah, let's see if I get to it. And last but certainly not least, we have number 28. Another very like thin one, so I'm guessing this might be a graphic novel. I don't know. Okay, so it's a poetry collection. So we have The Princess Saved Herself in this one by Amanda Lovelace. And yeah, this is a poetry collection. I've had this one for a long time, which is why I added it to the blind TBR, so I can just pick it up whenever I got it from my blind TBR. So yeah, I think this is one I'm looking forward to reading actually, and it can be like a one sitting type of read. Let me know if you read this one. I don't know if it's sad or not, but let me know if you liked it, if you enjoyed it. That's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if there's any other books that I should add to my fall TBR. I am definitely going to be adding some more, so please let me know if there's any other ones that you loved or would love to read this fall season that I would also enjoy. I hope you all have a great day, and until next time.